I mean, I think ordinary folks that are trying to figure out, there's my lawyer hiring the right investigators. There's the question, they wouldn't even know where to start. And certainly one of the starting places is the qualifications of the people. And your whole team is extraordinarily well qualified, and they have years of experience. I mean, both you and your partner have over 20 years in the FBI, and you know how to interview. You guys have worked on the highest profile cases, and so you know how to put the puzzle together to figure out what happened in a case. And so I think so qualifications is number one thing I would look at. What else do you think makes a good investigator?
In my opinion, it's being able to look at whatever the problem is from different perspectives other than your own. Okay, so when you take a case, when we get one from you, I look at it and it's just human nature to quickly decide, okay, well, here's what I think happened. But you don't know that that's what really happened. So you got to keep an open mind, and you've got to go talk to people without these preconceived conclusions, and let them talk, and don't tell them what their answers are or what they should be. Let them tell you what their answers are. And sometimes they don't remember. Sometimes these cases come to us years later, and they do remember them. They just don't think they can. We're skilled at bringing that out by taking them, kind of recreating that scene in their mind. And you can just see them when you finally hit that play button and they're remembering, oh yeah, the car on the right lane came over, and they just seem very pleased with themselves that they've been able to come up with that. So I think really there's not a one size fit all, but being a great interviewer is, I think, the most important thing. You have to build in a short period of time, build enough rapport that person is going to talk to you. If they're a reluctant witness, you have to look for signs of deception and pick that up and overcome those hurdles as they arise. You have to be tenacious too. You can't give up. Sometimes you get a hard to find witness, or they're dodging you, and you can't just make a couple of phone calls and say, hey, we couldn't find them. You got to go knock on their doors at different hours. If they work during the day, you just got to go out at night and knock on their door at 8, 9 o'clock. They might not be real happy with you at first, but once you get to talking to them, you overcome that hurdle, and then you can get to the heart of what you're there for. And usually it ends up a positive experience. We get what we're looking for. So I think really the people skills are as big as anything. We all have experience. We all have training. And so what sets my people apart is just that they're all very good with people, and they know how to approach them and get what they need.
If people are out there and they're trying to figure out, how do I pick a good investigator? How do I know? What should I do if I'm and a young lawyer, maybe a lawyer who's trying to figure out, who do I hire? What's your advice to them?
I would call and interview that investigator and see how they deal with you. Are they nervous talking to you? I mean, everybody's usually a little nervous. They want your business and don't want to screw it up. But what are their qualifications? What's their experience? What other training have they been to? Is it someone, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody, but is it somebody that was just a cop for a couple of years, decided they didn't like it, and now they got their private investigator? Well, that person doesn't have a whole lot of training nor experience. So if you don't do a little due diligence of your own, you can end up spending a lot of money and not getting the results that you need. I think our hourly rate's probably a little bit more than our competition, but I would argue that we're more efficient and more effective. And the old adage, you get what you pay for.